So we are going to understand a complete Python quiz application. So this project is for beginners because it brings together many fundamental programming concepts into a one real-world application. Throughout this tutorial, you'll learn about functions, loops, conditional statements, dictionaries, lists, user input validation, return statements, and program control flow. Okay, so this project, you can see the code. So in this we are importing questions from another file. So here you can see we have a 10 questions, right? So we have 10 questions in dictionary format. So here we have 3 pieces of information, right? Like question, options, and the answer of that particular question. So we have stored in the dictionary format. So we are importing these questions into our main code. So if you see, we have multiple functions in this. So display header function, ask question function, check answer function, display result, and play quiz, and our main function, right? So I would like you to see this code, right, from the start to finish. You can check this. So when I execute this code, so here you can see we have first instructions. So it is giving our instructions like A, B, C, or D. Immediately after that, you can see here we have a blank space, and after that the first questions it gets printed. So after that it will asking for the input, right? What is the answer for this question? So if you see, when I executed the code, the first Python will read all the lines, right? But it does not execute anything. It will go to the bottom, and if name is equal to main, that means we are telling the Python that the file that we are running in this directly in this file, right? And the main function will get called. When the main function gets called, the while true loop will execute. So this is the infinite loop. It will execute until this loop, this is the condition is true. So in this, immediately the play quiz function get called here. So it will, the program move to the play quiz function, and the score will get updated to 0, right? So after that the display header function get called. So if you see the display header function here, so initially it all prints the instructions. So if you have seen, all these functions initially get printed, and after that the program will move to the play quiz function, and immediately after that this for loop will get started. So answer is equal to ask question. So ask question function gets called, then the program will move to the ask question. So we have a one parameter question, and the print statement here will take one blank space, right? And after that print question, and this the first question will get printed. So here we have a for loop will get start. So corresponding questions, the option will get printed. Dot items method, this is the method. It will make sure that it will be printed in a key value pairs, like these options and the text. So we have options A, B, C, D, and the value of that corresponding options, right? It will get printed in a dot format. A dot B, A dot answer, this is the option. B dot central processing unit, C dot, this is the option, right? And the program will move to the while true, this loop. So here the program will ask here the input, enter your answer A, B, C, D. So dot upper method will have used here. So if the user types small letter, again it will convert to the uppercase, and this value gets stored into the answer. So it will match with this strings, right? We have options, and the options we have corresponding answer that will match with these options. If suppose we have type B, so corresponding option is B. So if answer is correct, and it will return that answer. So once it will return here directly, right, to this. We have answer now. Then next it will check answer. The check answer function gets called. So if we check the check answer function, we have 2 parameters, user answer and the question. So if we have type B for the first question, B is equal to, it will check with that string. If it is correct, it will return 1. If it is wrong, it will give the correct answer, okay, and return 0. If it is correct, it will return 1. So it will back to the play quiz function and check answer. We have 1 if it is correct, and score plus check answer 1. So initially score was 0, 0 plus 1. So it will update to 1, and it will print current score, that is 1 comma length of questions. Total questions we have 10. so 1 out of 10, and it will print some dash lines. So continuously it will print all, it will check. So we'll begin from first. CPU stands for, so if I type B, so as you can see, so it will give correct, and the current score is 1 out of 10, so that is the correct options, right? So initially immediately after that it will print the second question, and the second question is which keyword is used to define a function in Python, right? So the next option will be C. The third question is which data type stores true or false values, so the C correct answer. So the which loop is used when the number of iteration is unknown, so the B is the correct answer. Which symbol is used for comments in Python, so here B. Which function is used to take the user input, so C will be the correct answer. Which keyword is used to create the loop that runs while condition is true, so here D will be the correct answer. So which operator is used for multiplication, so B is the correct answer. Which data structure stores key value pairs, so dictionary will be the correct answer. Which function displays output on the screen, so the print statement will display. So as you can see, it is giving quiz completed, total questions, correct answers, wrong answer, percentage, and respective string that we have passed. So you have seen here, when this all 10 questions completed, it will go to the display result function, and then the display result function gets called. So we have two parameters, score and total. So last score will get printed out of total, and the remaining text will get printed. If the percentage is between this, it will print the respective this line, right? And when this completed, it will back to the display result. This play quiz function got completed. Now it will move to our main function play quiz. Then again it will back to the input, so it will ask for if you want to play again or not. If user prints no, it will give the message thank you for playing the quiz, right? If you want to play again, if we say yes, why, then again this play quiz function gets called. Again this score will get updated to 0, and the display error function gets called, right? Here you can see it is asking for if you want to play again. Now we have terminated the code, but it is not asking thank you for playing the quiz. Basically this project is excellent example of how multiple Python functions work together to build a complete application by understanding the control flow of this quiz program. So you learn how functions communicate with one another, how loops control repetition, how dictionaries organize structured data, how return values help manage logic, and how input validation makes programs more reliable. These are the foundational skills that we'll use when building larger Python applications in areas such as automation, web development, data analysis, and software engineering.